can remember so many times when I was sitting in a meeting room, I was part of a conversation, I was watching a presentation, and I wanted to say something. So I might have had an idea that could actually work for whatever topic we're talking about, or I have a question to ask, and that question will clarify things not only for me, but for other people as well in this meeting room. Or I have a comment that I want to add to the discussion. But the nerves would get to me, my heart would race, my throat is tightening, and for the life of me, I cannot speak up. And so I would stay silent. And I realized that playing small and being quiet in meetings was not working out for me. Let me give you an example. So one day I'm in a meeting and I go to this meeting. It's very senior, but my manager at the time allowed me to be in this meeting. 5 minutes before the meeting, I had a conversation where I got some information that would be quite valuable for this session. We get to the meeting and a question is asked. I have the answer, but I was doubting it. I was wondering, what if I'm wrong? What if the information I got was actually not right? Instead of saying it out loud, I lean over to my manager and I whisper the answer to him. Without even thinking about it, he says it out loud. And guess what? It was the right answer. And guess who got the recognition? My manager. I couldn't have even been upset with him in that moment. I kicked myself because in that moment, I betrayed myself. I played small and I did not trust my voice. Hello, I'm Vanessa. I am your public speaking coach. And so if that resonated with you, if that sounds familiar, I want you to know that you're not alone. And I also want you to know that you're not missing some gene in your DNA, because I used to feel that way. I used to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I missing something? Why can I not speak when I want to speak? And I realized that a big driver of that was fear. The fear of being judged, the fear of being wrong, the fear of saying something and potentially looking silly in the moment. Another thing that is quite big, especially in the professional space, is this notion of waiting for permission from someone to validate your voice, someone to validate your ideas before you speak, because you are so scared of being wrong. Now, what I've realized in my journey in the banking space, where I work as a vice president, as well as my speaking and my coaching, is that at the end of the day, you have to value your voice. You have to value your ideas. And that is where the shift happens. Because then you realize that you don't need somebody else's permission. You give yourself that permission. You say to yourself, I'm in this meeting, this idea has come to me, this question has come to me. Because I'm here, I'm sitting at this table, it deserves to be heard. What is the worst that could possibly happen if I share it? Stop waiting for permission and start sharing. Because the more you keep quiet, the more you are creating a lose-lose situation. You lose out because you're not getting the recognition, you're not visible, you're not top of mind. But the people that you work with, the company that you work in, they're also losing. And they're losing because they're losing out on your brilliance. They're losing out on ideas that could work. They're losing out on questions that need to be answered before we go ahead with certain alternatives. And so I want you to do this one thing. In your next meeting, in the next presentation, in the next discussion, ask one question. One question. Even if it is to clarify what somebody else said, ask one question. Make one comment. That comment, it could even be the obvious. I dare you to be dull. State the obvious. Make that comment. because the more you start, and as you start small, you will get stronger at it. It's like a muscle. You might start out small, you are saying very few things, and at the beginning of a meeting, while you still have that courage, but before you know it, you are speaking, you are sharing your ideas. And one day, meetings want to take place, and they're like, no, but Cindy's not in the meeting. We can't go ahead. We need to know what her thoughts are. We need to know what her ideas are. You become an active participant. So I dare you to be dull, and I encourage you to speak. Say one thing, whether it's a question, a comment, whether it's an idea that you can share. Now, when I started speaking and in my speaking journey, when I looked back, one thing that I realized is that I didn't need more credentials. I didn't need more experience. I didn't need another degree. I just needed to start speaking and talking about what I do know now, what I can do now, the experience that I do have now, the expertise that I've gained to this point. That is what was needed. So you can start, and you can start speaking with what you have now. To start you off on your journey, I have a free guide for you, so you can have a look at the description box. It is called the Confident Speaker's Blueprint. In this guide, you are going to find practical tools and strategies to help you start speaking with confidence, to show up in a way that makes you proud. Don't you like it when you walk away from a conversation and you think to yourself, I'm so proud of the way I represented myself. I'm so proud of the way I presented myself. I asked the questions that I wanted to ask. I said the things that I wanted to say. I want you to walk away with that pride. Have a look at the description box. And finally, speak like you belong in the room, because you do.